Hey everybody, I'm Mark Edward Lewis with Cinema Sound. Today we want to get into the anatomy of a scene via sound effects. And we're going to look at the sci-fi short film Outpost that we mixed a bunch of months ago and had all the sound design for. So just to show you layer upon layer what's possible in the world of creative control and immersion. Let's go. So first of all, we'll just take a look at this scene briefly and all the tracks armed. We're in Pro Tools, but just about everything that we're going to show you here, you can do in any digital audio workstation. Let's check it out. This is Outpost. And that's bad. You don't want that to happen to you. So what is in all of that? Let's take a look. So we've got Foley, we've got ambiances, we've got sound effects, and of course music. And we're going to mute the music here and just stick with the sound effects. Let's take a listen without the music or any of the dialogue breathing noises. So, while Pro Tools errors, you can already see lots of stuff going on. So let's start with just the ambiances, which is a nice, good place to start. You can see we've got a few tracks in here. Where am I? Oh, that's the music, and the ambiances are right here. Here we go. Let's just solo these tracks. I've got... These are in surround, and these are in the forward channels. So it's a nice, easy, underneath, not getting in the way of anything, but gives us a nice, subtle undertone. Immersion, really. Let's see what's down here. Oh, Foley. This will be fun. Now, we actually had our Foley artist do all kinds of fun things with, I think he used oranges and some hand sanitizer, gel, hair gel, or whatever to make these kind of squishy noises. Let's see what happens here. Here's number 1, Slime Alien. Some very, very subtle stuff here. Here's this track. Beautiful. And then let's add all 4 of these slime channels together. And really, really nice. There's a hand that pats the leather right here. Let's check this out when she reaches for him. Which makes it so very nice, so very human. Without that, it just, you just would not have the same kind of feeling around it, humanity around it. Okay, there's our ambiances. We're going to move up to these tracks here. Here's some metal moans, just from the hallway. We figured that the hallway would have some unhappiness about having this metal or this liquid slime on it. So that's kind of there in the background. Let's see what else we got in here. We're going to slide up, go back. What's this one? Creature roar. Well, that's not a creature roar. That's just a straight arrow that's been lowered. Here's the creature growl. And that's pretty much some dog that we've reversed and dropped way down in pitch. Here's another one, kind of the same idea. That's actually forward. And let's see, here's some slime ingestion. This is just straight sound effects from a library. Super useful. And then here's another slime monster from a library. Actually, I think that's maybe an ape or a gorilla. And let's see, what's this one? Just some nice slime prep as the slime contracts. Let's listen to this one. Cool. again, just kind of stuff from a library. And then up here at the impact, we added a whole bunch of sound effects. Here's this. A little bone crunching, which is probably lowered romaine lettuce frozen. Nice little wood crock for some attack. And the little prep arrow wind. More bone crushing. And a little electric together, a little charge. Together we get this here. Pretty nice. We get the electric charge because she's actually a robot. Otherwise, we wouldn't put an electric charge in the middle of that. Here's some more slimy creatures. Definitely works because that arrow is actually, it's not an arrow, it's like a tentacle that's coming out. And then here's some more slimy ingestion sounds. Just to this. So there's a lot of sounds going into that impact. And if we listen to them all together. And of course, we've added lots of reverb because they're in this big metal hallway that goes, on for hundreds of meters, supposedly. So that's the general anatomy of it. And of course, we have everything organized from sound effects down to hard effects. Oh, let's keep going down to these are the they're called ambiances, and then you've got the Foley, and then all the music that's underneath there. Music's not really playing a big part of it at the moment. So hopefully this gives you an idea. Again, this is Pro Tools, but you can do this in any digital audio workstation. So let's talk about some takeaways from this. Any sound effect that you need to create, even though it might just be something getting punctured, probably needs to have multiple layers, multiple channels, and each one of those channels having a really great representation of a part of it. Even if it's a part in time or a part just generally throughout, you want to be able to have control over how that sound effect shows up, whether it's something getting punctured or something flying or even just liquid doing this. You're going to have a lot of files, a lot of sound effects. If you're doing it right, most likely. It's very unusual that you'll have one sound that just solves it, especially if you're in a surround environment. Then obviously we need to have great sounding ambiances, and they can be just subtle enough so that they're not in the way of the dialogue or the sound effects or certainly the music. And that's what we have in this case. And then lastly, don't be afraid to use weird sounds that don't necessarily go together or you wouldn't think to go together, but put them together like we have here and massage them, reverse them, drop them in pitch and see how they line up and see if it doesn't work for you. Come and join us and ask questions and figure out how to get your $50 million Hollywood audience impact on cinemasound.com and definitely become an MZed Pro member for less than 83 cents a day and get that at bit.ly.mzed Pro. Until then, we'll see you in post.
Even if it's for yourself.